Hi, my name's Tom and I brought you another vacuum packer today. This is the Visaal. It's made in Italy, has a 12-inch wide heat seal bar, a very deep chamber, and a 12-meter pump in it. So it's surprisingly fast, very effective. It will do an awful lot of bags in a row before it has to sit around and rest because the pump doesn't have to work as hard to get to where it's going. And that's the advantage of a bigger pump. Just to give you an idea, this chamber is really deep, so there are four different blocks in here which allow you to get more depth for anything that you need to do. So once you start going down, and the bottom of the chamber has a circular pocket in it, so that will prop up larger roasts or chickens or things so that you can get the bag to essentially stand up because it has a field down in the bottom that allows it to hold your product. It's a really good idea for this size of vacuum packer. 12-inch wide heat seal bar will let you put a 12 by 14-inch bag flat in this machine. And it will also do as big as a 12 by 18 once you take all those plates out of there. So it does a really large product when you need to. The controls are very simple. There are 4 different buttons here. They give you 8 different heat cycles. They give you 2 different vacuum functions. You can run the pump independently to do jars and external devices with this machine. So jars and canisters are already built into this. And then you have a stop and start button here. So just to give you an idea, well, this is a little squishy football that we have for I use it for testing different vacuum packers when I repair them, but we're going to run the vacuum just on its first setting, and this will give you a little bit more of an idea of kind of how fast this one is. The object, of course, is to suck the air out of the chamber, and then once the sensor realizes that the chamber is out of air, the heat seal bar pops up, seals the bag, and then lets the air back into the chamber again. So that's a pretty fast vacuum packer in this realm. The lid is cantilevered with some springs, low profile from top to bottom. Okay, so let's do something that's pretty flat. We'll leave all the plates in, and this lets your bag be kind of level with the product. And so now we've got a situation where we're going to just run the vacuum on its first. If the lid doesn't suck down right away, just give it a gentle push and then let the machine take care of the rest of it for you. One of the things to notice is even on its first vacuum setting, you'll start to see the liquid boil in this package. So that tells you that you're getting a really solid vacuum. And then once the air gets let back in, you get the full effect of it. And that gives you a vacuum packed product. I might mention too that the heat seal in this machine is a domed wire, which allows you to do the retort pouches really well, and I think it gives you a much better seal because it kind of crimps the bag shut and then seals it. So you have a really well packaged product at that point. And remember, you have a whole nother level of vacuum that you can use if that #1 setting isn't enough. Okay, so now I want to show you a pretty good size roast. This is about a 6-pound. This happens to be a ham, but any larger roast, if you were vacuum packing a piece of beef or some larger roast in here, the advantage of the bottom of this chamber is that it will allow you to set the package up so that it will essentially stand up, which will allow you to lay the flat part of the bag up across the heat seal bar and make sure there's no wrinkles in it. Close the lid. And because this is a sensor style machine, it doesn't matter how much you take out of the chamber or put back in, you're going to get the same caliber of vacuum when you remove components or pieces, because the sensor is going to tell the machine when to run the heat seal bar after it evacuates the proper amount of air. So you'll get the same vacuum with all the plates in as you do with some of the plates out. So now we vacuum packed in this case, a chunk of ham.